That's my new dinosaur sound. What do you guys think? You impressed? Oh, my congestion is bugging me so much today. Well, here's hoping notifications actually go out, but haha, you know YouTube. All right. Boo, 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 boo. Let me see, make sure everything's good. Looking like it. Clear up my inventory a bit. What up, gamers? Excuse me, jeez. Oh, is it 6 a.m. for UD? Also, hi Matt, Rob, Cursed, Mob, Half, Fallen, Alan, Comic, Hex. And everybody else. What up? Lunar Lancer time. Oh, good lord. So the goal today is hopefully, or should I say tonight, it's like 3 in the morning for me. We gotta get our hands on a Crystal 3 spear, hopefully. And if you guys didn't already catch the whoopsie days, that just stops me dead in my tracks. Why am I even trying to use a mount? No, seriously, why am I trying to use a mount? I'm on Lunar Lancer, y'all. My movement speed, oh, well, my movement speed's not bad. Do I have movement speed on all my gear? Movement. I don't have it on my weapon, that's why I'm a little bit slower. Okay, I mean, it's only a Crystal 2 spear, but sure, let's go randomize that. Because I want to have higher than mount movement speed. The UI? What UI? What are you talking about? Oh, this. Oh, right, because my hotbar isn't changed yet. Right, because that mod was out of date. I think it... it's like the Shadow UI, I think. By TFM. Alright, let's... come on. Man. Come on, give me movement speed. Movement speed stability. You know what? What's my magic fine? Still at 10k, so you know what? That's fine. And now we're actually doing pretty good on that movement speed. Whoops. I mean, I'd love to... Oh, God. I'd love to get my hands on a Crystal 4 spear, but that would involve the delves, so not gonna happen. You remember? Do you recommend swapping from Neon Ninja to Lunar Lancer? No, it's personal preference, man. It's entirely up to you. Myself, I love the rework. I think that it's awesome. Ah, that was a bit too far. Wait, which ally am I using? I'm using the cooldown recovery, which, I mean, could be fun. Whoop. I love that ability. Oh my good lord. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to have this as like we're gonna kind of whoopsie daisy experiment a bit with. I don't need that. Let's do that. We're gonna kind of experiment today and stream just this, just chilling on Lunar Lancer, so that I can hopefully get some experience under my belt with his new abilities, because they actually are quite different from the test server. Not entirely different, but generally I'm noticing that I'm doing a bit, it seems like it's better damage. And then on top of that, the abilities are a lot less, let's say that they're a lot tighter in the way that they play. I still don't understand why the devs, like, they had the post talking about, like, oh yeah, well, rather than test this on the test server, you can test it on the live server. It's like, what are you talking about? That's not a test then. It's just live. Like, okay. Let's see. Aha! I come out of my little hidey hole. I said still a little bit jank, even though I just said it was a lot better. As you can see, not the best for crowd control, but I mean, it gets the job done. Oh my good lord. What does the class gem do to the rework? Did I say that its class gem got reworked? No, I didn't. Class Gem's pretty much the exact same. It does work better, if you can say that. The minion just generally seems to summon a lot more often. I don't know. Maybe it's just luck. And it seems to do a lot more damage. But generally speaking, it's still pretty useless. It's just better than it was, which isn't saying much. Give me big boy speed. Brr, brr. Oh, I don't have my grapple, so I can't actually grapple my way up into here. The biggest notable change was the front flip move. Now he just does, which is exactly what I wanted him to do. So I don't know whether or not other people were probably suggesting the same thing, or devs actually listened to the criticism I had in my video. Because now it like actually consistently works as an ability, which is great. Because otherwise you literally just leaped over the enemies, right? Like that was the big thing about it. That was kind of disgusting. Guys, I should use my mount, right? Oh, there goes all my momentum. Brr. Look at that. In one shot a U10 enemy. Oh, good lord. Go away, congestion. Go away. Guys, which one of you is putting a spell on me? Okay? Because you gotta stop it. It's rude. Yeah, I'm actually going to be doing quite a few streams today for you guys. So I got... Basically, like, I slept a lot. I've been up for a while, but I've just been, like... It's one of those times, you ever get that? Where you sleep, like, for a really long time, and then it's almost like you overslept to the point where you could easily just go back to bed? Yeah, that was me. I pretty much could just go back to sleep because I'm still very tired. But... instead, I thought, let's just take a bunch of espresso and get her done. Right? Because I wanted to stream this. And then I got Genshin actually had an update as well, which added a new island. So that's cool. So I got kind of stream that and have a couple videos talking about it. Also talking about the new characters and so on. And... also gotta stream more Metroid and potentially New World. That's kind of the plan today. Did I finish this dungeon? Yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's all good, Cursed. I know, dude. My schedule is all over the place, gamer. Like, it's a little bit later today than usual for my middle of the night streams. Because basically I woke up at like 8 p.m. my time, and then since then I've just been trying to, I don't know, kind of wake up. But I'm excited, man. There's so many cool things going on for gaming, like, all at once. Well, in particular, for me, there's a lot of things happening all at once. Hello, laggy game, laggy game. Because we got the Lunar Lancer update. We got the Genshin update, which means I finally get to actually do more Genshin videos because there hasn't been much reason to play Genshin. And then otherwise New World I'm really enjoying, and then now Dread is finally actually picking up, and Dragon and Home. I still haven't actually checked feedback on the recorded video whether or not you guys preferred that instead of a stream, because I know that the channel kind of moved on to doing like streaming stuff a lot more regularly, right? Which isn't without its problems. Like, I'm fully aware that, you know, with a live stream, it means that there's a lot more room for error, which doesn't really matter too much in terms of Trove stuff. Like, it's like, there's either this or a 10-minute video of me, like, going in a straight line and doing, like, a few dungeons, and it's like, okay, we barely got anything done. But, I mean, at Trove at this point, I kind of know what I'm doing. Anyways, I don't mean to ramble about it. Waking up at nighttime is superior. Yes. I'm actually really used to being at a night schedule. Like, that's the funny thing is, these are some of the new dungeons in this update, by the way. My mom always called me like a night owl, I guess is the term. And yeah, basically, when I'm up during the day, I actually get tired faster. I don't know, maybe just because of getting all the sun, right? I think that's pretty normal for most people, though. Because if I wake up, like, at 8 in the morning, I'm usually tired around, like, 8 p.m., which is, like, a 12-hour day. As opposed to my normal days are usually, like, 15 hours, and then I start getting tired. And then my sleep schedule is just whatever my sleep schedule is. Which has been really, really messed up lately. I mean, the thing too is, on top of all the videos and streams that I want to give for you guys tonight, tomorrow I actually, like, I'm kind of in a pickle here, because I have to be up at like 5 or 6 p.m. to go to my brother's. We're doing like we had Canadian Thanksgiving a couple days ago, and we're having like another Thanksgiving dinner at my brother's. So basically later today, I gotta cook up some veggies, and we gotta like bring all that over and stuff. But the point is that it's, by the time we're going there, I will probably be like a zombie and absolutely exhausted. And I gotta tell you guys one thing that is like 100% serious here. Those of you that are younger, more particularly in your teen years, will notice how easy it is to stay up all night and like just stay up for like over 24 hours. That goes away. It's happening to me now, and it kind of sucks. Like, I value sleep more like than I ever have. Like, I love sleep, and it kind of sucks because it's like when I need to do some stuff, it's like I'm sitting here like, well, do I just cancel and get my sleep, or do I try and stay awake? But I mean, then again, I'm like so hopped up on caffeine that it's like, it doesn't even do anything to me anymore. I just have it running through my veins. Hey, Zaris. Hey, everybody else. I would normally be nocturnal myself, but busy with metric finals. So yeah, that's the thing. If you have like a normal, if you either have a normal job or activity to do, then yeah, you basically have to do your 9 to 5 and just live your day according to everyone else's schedule. That's why I'm so happy, because you guys give me not only the best job in the world, because I get to literally just play games for a living, which I love video games. But most of all is because I'm self-employed, and that I think is something that I appreciate way more, that I don't really have to worry about my schedule. Like, I can just stay up as long as I want, go to sleep as long as I want, and it's amazing, and I love it. Because otherwise, I mean, I think we can all agree 9 to 5 jobs kind of suck. They're just like, oh, I'm depressed. And then, oh man, the worst is when you have one of those jobs. Like, I remember working like maintenance in a mall once, and literally it was like working 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And after a while, I just quit, because it was like, bruh, I wake up, it's dark. I go to home, it's dark. Like, no. But yeah. Yeah, I know, it's weird, right? Like, I don't know why you just generally get like more tired. Whoops, I keep going on my mount out of habit. You get more tired when you're older. I don't know. It's not so much that I get tired more. It's just that I think it's that I don't want it as bad, you know? It's like I've stayed up so many times in my life. I know what happens when I do it. And so it's kind of like, well, do I really want to deal with that? You know, the middle of the night grumbles where you're like kind of pissed off just because you've been up so long. Or one of the things that happens when I get really tired, I don't really know how to explain it, but you almost have like an outer body experience where it kind of feels like, maybe I sound crazy, but it kind of feels like you're looking from behind your eyeballs out of your body rather than consciously controlling your body. I know that sounds weird, but it's almost like, I guess it's like you go on autopilot when you get super tired. I guess that's kind of the way to put it. That's how I feel anyways. And that's where it's like, do I want to do that really? Or do I just try to sleep? Yeah. Yeah, 1 to 9. I know it's so draining because you're indoors all day. And I mean, yeah, I love an overnight shift. Exactly, dude. I think there was, I forget which job I had at one point, and it was kind of like an overnight shift. Either you have to do like a job that's like so quick and easy that you just get done with it, and then you've got the rest of your day. But otherwise, you know, the whole living for the weekend thing, it's like, bruh, I would rather just work every day and just make it so that the work itself is like a lot lower requirements. I don't know why we're on this topic, but Some days I game too much and end up being awake from it. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Gaming, you can actually stay up like a lot longer, right? Because it's kind of the same thing as on your phone. Not necessarily the blue light, but it's more so because you're like this isn't taking much energy. Kind of thing, I guess. I don't even know why we're talking about this, but we are. Whatever. I'm just saying, for those of you that are younger, do not take it for granted, like staying up all night all the time. Especially just playing games in general. I mean, that's just something that I remember wholeheartedly as a kid, was like not having to, like, just playing games because you enjoy it, not necessarily because like paying bills. That's what I'm getting at. That's something that really comes with growing up, and then it's like, okay, I guess I got to do other things now. I can't just play video games for 24 hours and go back to bed. Oh man. Anyways. Yeah, the funny thing is I don't generally... I don't sleep very well. Like, I don't know. I just get, like, too excited or, like, too impatient. And then I just wake up and it's like, oh, okay. I'm up now. I'm one of those people, I have a really hard time going back to bed. You know? What happened to Lancer? He got his rework. What do you mean? I already had a video talking about it yesterday, dude. Blame YouTube for not actually notifying you. But, yup, it's there. The rework is live. Why does the boss orb radar mod not, like, consistently work? Like, seriously. Oh, orb boss. Why does it always stay disabled first? Like, stupid game, dude. I don't know why it does that. Whee! Ah, yes. I hear you, brother. Yeah, I, like, basically, I try not to get too addicted to things, except for caffeine, unfortunately. That's my lifeblood. The point that I'm getting at is for sleeping, there's, the melatonin, right? And it helps me sleep a lot, but I try not to have it every night because I don't want to get reliant on it. That said, I do sleep, like, the only times that I can, like, wake up to, like, pee or whatever and actually go back to bed is when I've taken melatonin. Otherwise, it's like, well, I'm up now. No, I haven't. So I hopped on Genshin and I did my dailies and stuff. And then I was doing one of the quests that I thought was just one of the bounty quests. And then it led me to the Fog Island. But I didn't end up actually exploring it or anything, because I'll do that on stream after we're done with Trove. Brr. I like how Lancer is, like, so powerful. You'll notice I'm barely using any of his abilities. Like, hello? I know I should be just because they're, like, really cool, like, but you can see it's, well, we're still playing Trove, unfortunately. So some things just don't work, if you know what I'm saying. It's really unfortunate. Like, I keep using my super jump and even my grappling hook. You can see it's like, okay, it barely works. Anything. How pay to win is Genshin Impact? It is not pay to win. It's you're gonna have a harder time if you're not paying. But generally speaking, no, you can get away with playing the game without paying for anything. Just you're not gonna get any of the fancy characters. That's basically it. But you're perfectly competent and capable playing with the free-to-play characters that the game gives you. Yoink! There we go. Did we end up actually getting a Crystal 3? Wait. Crystal 3 doesn't automatically loot collect, right? Surely not. We'll have to double check in a second, actually. But I don't think that the loot collector mod does that. Pretty sure it, like, keeps it if it's there. I just think we haven't gotten any, like... Okay. But yeah, it's funny how Genshin has, like, a reputation for being pay to win when it isn't. I guess technically the only thing that genuinely sucks about Genshin is, you know how mobile games have, like, an energy system where you can do a limited amount of things per day? Genshin has that. So you can buy more of it per day. There is still a daily cap on it. But if you're at the beginning of the game, frankly speaking, you don't really need the resin at all. It's just when you're grinding for like gear and getting boss materials and stuff like that, that's when it costs resin to actually claim the rewards. But just exploring the open world doesn't cost anything. So I still highly recommend Genshin to pretty much everybody. It's just, for me, the only reason why I haven't covered it as much on the channel is literally just because I'm at the end of the game and there's nothing else to do. Like, what am I gonna do? Stream me doing my dailies for like 10 minutes and then I log out? Because that's basically all Genshin is. But now we've got the new island, so I can start streaming it more regularly again. And I think what I'm gonna do this time is, so that I don't get so overwhelmed with like trying to do like one long stream of exploring the entire island, I'll probably do more episodic Genshin streams where I'll probably like hop on, grind out the new island for maybe an hour, and then we'll just call it, and then I'll just have another stream where we're grinding it again, kind of thing. Because otherwise what I usually do when the new content comes out is I'm so excited about it, I just end up playing and playing and playing and playing and playing, and then unfortunately I've already done all the new content, so there's like literally nothing else to do again. And yeah, I mean, most of all we're kind of waiting for the new character, which looks absolutely poggin. Ito, who's like this sexy beast of a man. He reminds me of Dante from Devil May Cry. Like, he looks so freaking cool, dude. Like legit. He's probably the coolest character they've ever added. Hello, game? Where's more bosses and stuff? Oh, there you are. Yeah, this is live server, man. Lunar Lancer Rework is live on PC already. I don't know why it happened so fast, but it did. It's crazy, dude. Legit. Very, very surprised. Like, I mean, how long was that, actually? Hold up. I want to see... Okay, when was my... What the heck? There we go. Let's take a peek. Lancer Rework was... So, I covered it on September 29th. Damn. So it was like 2 weeks or something. Yikes. That's probably the fastest they've ever put out like one of these updates. I mean, obviously you guys on console, who knows when you're getting it. But yeah, that's fast, dude. Yikes. Cool. I know it's weird how like inconsistent the console variations of Trove are. Like, what was it? You had Nintendo Switch came out with the Chloromancer Rework, but no Bard. And then Xbox and PlayStation just recently got the update that gave you the Chloromancer Rework and the Bard. And now Nintendo Switch is just sitting there, still waiting on the Bard. Like, it's so stupid. I don't know who they've got like working on the game's ports, but they really don't seem to understand what they're doing. Or maybe there's just more involved with it than we all think, which is fine if they would actually talk about it instead of pretending it doesn't exist and then just being like, oh yeah, here's the Bard. He's out now. Nobody asked, but lots of people already quit because guess what? We never hyped it up or talked about a release date, so everyone just thought it was never coming and just left. These new dungeons are not bad. They feel more traditional, but they, like this one in particular, it takes a little too long to get it done. The thing that I like about my U10 dungeons is that it's these dungeons are normally really, really quick, you know? You just get them like finished because you just, oh, I'm gonna go to the top of it and kill this boss. Wee! Oh, hee hee. Oh, all right, we're going in. We're going in, boys. Is Lunar Lancer? Yeah, I mean Lunar Lancer is god tier now. Look at this. I'm doing 20 mil on my basic attacks. Thank you very much. And we'll get to 36 KPR once I finally end up getting a Crystal 3 Spear, but who knows how long that'll take. I'll probably consistently be grinding Trove for a little bit again. I know that I kind of stopped those streams for a while as well. And that's pretty much the exact same as Genshin, where it's like, oh, there's nothing else to do right now. So it's just kind of, all right, which tutorials can I update and blah, blah, blah. And then they ended up throwing Lunar Lancer out on test server, and it was like, oh my god, okay, I actually have things to do. And now it's on the live server, so now I have even more to do. I sound so excited about that. Yeah, good luck, Aaron. Hopefully everything's good, bruh. You got it, gamer. Use the strength of Goku. Can I grapple from all the way over here? Good lord. I'm still not used to the distance, dude. Like, it's gonna take a while to get used to that. Yeah, it'd be cool, though. Will Lunar Lancer build change? Yes, it does. Because Lunar Lancer, as you may have noticed, doesn't actually use energy anymore. Because the energy is literally just the timer for the ult. Hello? Enemy? Oh, 27 mil. That is not a good enough attack, frankly speaking. What is that? But yeah, basically, you would be having Lancer as attack speed, movement speed. That's the short answer. I will have a video that's going to talk about it in more detail, of course. But not today, because today I'm doing we're doing the grind. We chillin'. Hee. I like these attacks. They're really cool, but they don't really do like that much in terms of gameplay. I'm actually quite surprised. Like, you don't use them as often as I thought. But, I mean, frankly speaking, that's okay. Yeah, it's basically the same as Neo Ninja build. Yeah, that's true. Well, no, then it's not the same as Neo Ninja, because no, you don't use energy recharge like you do on Neo Ninja. What are you talking about? I mean, granted, you know, with Trove, I mean, what is a build, right? I've always been very open about that. Like, builds in this game are literally just, oh, damage. But for speed farming, you want to have the movement speed. For damage, you would, I guess, swap the movement speed out for crit damage. But even then, I don't know how much that would benefit you. It would benefit you a lot more in terms of your damage. It wouldn't be as fun. That's the important thing. Right? Neo Ninja or Lunar Lancer. I mean, I prefer Lancer just because obviously the rework is new. But also, I don't have to backflip all over the freaking place, right? That's the biggest thing. No, you basically, for Neo Ninja, you need like energy regen on like one thing just so you can spam your abilities. Or, yeah, you could end up just using Zealous and that'll probably end up keeping you fine. It's not that big a difference. Like, the gameplay is very, very similar. You just go in and attack things. The thing that I like about the Lancer, though, is like I said, I'm not backpedaling the whole freaking time, so you don't gotta worry about that. And frankly speaking, the same reason I like the Bard, the Lancer rework is lazy. And you all know how much I like just going in an area and obliterating everything with the fewest moves possible. Like, we're not reliant on any other ability than just using our basic attack. Like, not to say the other abilities are useless, but it's like, well, why would I end up using them with the amount of cast time that they end up doing versus the amount of damage that they end up doing? Like, when we saw my ultimate and then using the spear that comes crashing down, and it's basically did what was it, like 21 mil, which is literally what I'm doing with my auto attacks right now. So what's the point? I still gotta read through the patch notes because I feel like the devs ended up nerfing the character, which bad devs. Because that's the thing, is what the devs don't seem to realize is it's like, bruh, if you want me to end up using one of these other abilities, you got to make it worth my while. You got to make it so that I'm doing so much insane amounts of damage that I actually want to use the ability. Not, oh, I'm going to do the jump and do the slam down, but it's barely going to work just because the game's kind of broken. right? It does seem like that slam down. Does it do a vacuum effect now? Let's find out. I don't think it does. Oh, well, everything's dead anyway, so it doesn't matter, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's the thing, dude. You know what? Let's actually take a quick peek and see. Where is the Trove test server update? Or not test server, what am I thinking? It's not a test server, it's just a normal update. I wonder if they actually mention, like, one of the weak links that I feel the devs often do is I feel like they should give comparisons and talk about, like, what the old damage used to do versus the new damage, you know? Because otherwise, when they're sitting there saying, this attack does 1000% your damage, it's like, I don't know if that's good. I don't know what my old abilities ended up doing, you know what I mean? Look at that. We actually have 3 children all at the same time. Look, they see me rolling. Come on, children. No! I didn't know we could have that many at once. Okay, let's take a quick little peek. Primary ability. Lunar form. Yeah, they nerfed the heck out of these abilities, dude. Oh, that's so lame. Yeah, they nerfed them like crazy. They also don't seem... Acquires a heal buff to allies. Okay, and then the giant slam down does 1350%, which I think I could be wrong, but I think that was at 1.5k before, wasn't it? So yeah, it did. Seems like they did end up nerfing the abilities a little bit since the test server, which, I mean, okay, cool, makes sense, but again, it kind of ends up begging the question where it's like, why would I use these abilities then if they're not... I didn't try to go in there. I just got knocked in there by this idiot. Why would I use those abilities when it's so much faster for me to just do my basic attack? Like, the one thing that Trove does suffer from, like, genuinely with all of its classes, is that a lot of your class-specific skills don't scale off of attack speed. And I'm not saying all of them should. I'm just saying that some of them really need to benefit from it. I mean... because generally speaking, the abilities just become completely useless. I want to see if they're gonna make New World and Dungeon stat. Wait, what? New World does have dungeons, if that's what you're talking about, Saris. And you can only get specific gear out of it. I'm sure they're gonna add raids if you don't already consider the end game dungeons to be raids. They basically are. Which means I won't do them. I don't know, I find raids boring. We've done it! My tome is complete. It should make like thunder sounds, right? When you end up opening these. Yeah. I bonked my head. Make it so that I take damage when I end up grappling into stuff, right? Yeah. Let's get all of our movement speed going, bruh. All of it. Okay, we're doing 120 or 226 movement speed, which I think we can get that up to 250. Which, whatever, you know, it's not like we have to... Man, that lunar mode lasts a long time if you don't use any of your other abilities. Basic attacks in lunar mode do less damage than my normal basic attacks. That's fun. Did I see that correctly? I did 18 mil on my swing attack. And instead of 20. Okay, that's kind of odd, devs. I guess I am faster when I'm in that form, but your attack is like so infrequent that it's just like, okay. Very strange. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. That's not where I went. There, jeez. Oh, great. Actually, you know what? I'm Lancer, so it don't matter. Now, did we... Crystal 2. We haven't even gotten a Crystal 3, that's why. See, look how nice that is. Isn't it glorious? How do I go to the test server? This isn't on the test server. This is the live server. You don't need to be on the test server. Actually, you know what? Fine. Since enough of you guys keep saying it. Lunar Lancer Rework. Yes, we're on Trove live servers, not test server. There, okay? That should help with the confusion. Because for some reason, none of you guys actually, like, you just come here and ask questions rather than actually, like, check my videos regularly, where I already answered all of this. Literally put out a video, like, yesterday talking about how the Lunar Lancer Rework is live, but whatever. What's the best farming method now? What do you mean? Farming for what? Like, just speed farming in general? It's just normal. Like, nothing's really changed. The only thing that's changed is Lunar Lancer is now viable. That's all. I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't say Lunar Lancer was unviable. It's just now it's, like, a lot more. Most of all, it's fun. That's my best argument for it. Best farming method for Flux. Probably still Nitro, honestly. Like, that's still gonna end up being a consistently good resource just because it's something that's used to upgrade crystal gear. And love it or hate it, crystal 4 gear costs an insane amount of nitro to upgrade, which means that it's always gonna retain a lot of value to players. Problem is, the only reason nitro would probably be going down in value is because nobody grinds the delves because they're boring and nobody likes them. Seriously, I don't know anyone who's end game that enjoys the delves. Like, everybody is like, yep, after my 500th delve, I was just like, nah. Unsub. Like, legit, dude. Delves are so bad. It's a shame, too, because the devs just keep pushing it. And it's like, bruh, why? Nobody likes this. What is the minimap mod? Literally called minimap. That's what the mod is, brother. Did we end up getting any good gear out of this? No, we didn't. Of course not. Why would I think I would ever get it? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna repeat myself too much because we talk about this literally every stream. Mechanically, I don't have a problem with the delves. I just find it to be, like, extremely ugly and boring. But, I mean, we're talking about the same people that decided to make U10 bright red. Not even bright red, the worst kind of red. Like, look at this. Look, these are the normal colors. I'm just using a mod that turns it to darker tones and purple and stuff, which I absolutely love, because otherwise, good lord, I hate the geosurface's normal colors. And it's no surprise that the same devs ended up making the geode caves, which are probably even more disgusting, believe it or not. Yeah. There's a video talking about Lunar Lancer being on a live server. Impossible. Yeah, it is impossible, dude. See, look! My little minion actually went over into the corner and punched a dude, and he won. That's the thing. This guy's actually, like, kind of powerful now. Look, he did 21 mil. So he's doing basically the same as my normal attacks, which... I mean, he's still really slow, as you can see, but they kind of clean up. The funny thing is that these are probably some of the strongest minions in the game. They're just really, really inconsistent. The funny thing is, too, technically, if I'm reading it correctly, apparently the update that we're playing right now on the live server is supposed to include the test rings. So the new class abilities that are currently on the test server, there's basically like these rings that give you the abilities, and it's kind of just a temporary thing for evaluation. But they talk about those rings in this update as if we're supposed to be testing them on the live server now. I assume because they probably aren't getting enough feedback on the test server, because they have no incentive for us to actually bother testing them. How about they do something like, oh man, I know that they would never want to do something like this because as far as they're concerned, giving anything away for free means that they're losing money. But could you imagine if they had it something like on the test server where Genshin Impact does this, where when you sign up for the beta, I just know from what I've heard from people, I'm not involved in the beta, I wish I was, but basically they have goals on the test server of Genshin, and when you complete those goals, you know, you end up giving feedback on it, and then once everything is said and done, and once the testing phase is done and it goes to the live server, you end up actually getting Prima Gems on your account for your actual live character. And I think that Trove could do something like that, where if they had kind of like a specific quest objectives that you had to do, like maybe they give us the Lunar Lancer with the rework abilities, and they make it so that, okay, you got to grind the character from 0 to level 20 or 25 or even 30 if they want to be really brutal. But you'll end up getting credits on your live account, you know? I think that if they had stuff like that, an incentive, then people would actually like give them more feedback. Because as of right now, I feel like people just kind of hop on, test it out, move on. I'm not saying that I would end up grinding stuff like that because I don't really care, but I think it would be great incentive for most of the free-to-play players. But anyways, I don't mean to ramble about that. I just, whatever. Later, Ben. Yeah, I mean, grinding 30 is not that big of a deal, especially if you're just doing the quests and stuff. But I just think that it would be good if they had some method, like maybe even lazier than that. Maybe we don't even get credits. Maybe you just get like a ton of cubits or like some exclusive mount that doesn't give mastery, you know? Just something to make people go, ooh. Yeah, later, Cursed. It's all good, buddy. Whoa. Can I just blast my way straight down the middle? Actually, I can, because I can just take the portal. Oh, and then this is the boss room, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Interesting. Incentive only if you get all C4 gear. No, you know what the incentive would be? That you would test stuff out on the test server, and then they would give you C4 gear of your choosing. Then people would do it. Anything to avoid the delves, am I right? Seriously, dude. If I was on the dev team, I would just be like, all right, guys, like, delve sucks. Let's just make it so C4 gear is possible in U10. Or just add U11. Just do it. You don't even gotta add it to the map. Make it like some secret portal you can take that brings you to U11, and then you suddenly can end up actually getting C4 gear. Because the funny thing is that they actually have, like with the light stat and U10 and everything like that, the game already has enough, like, it's got enough within its code to easily just pump out higher difficulties. And I mean, frankly speaking, they could just keep doing that over and over again, and it would probably be a lot better. Like, I think add U11, make it some type of a biome that generates both geode surface dungeons, but also just normal dungeons. Because, let's face it, this is still the best place to be in the entire game, because you actually get to experience all of the biomes instead of this. Like, seriously. Yeah, U10 for the primal worlds. Exactly, dude. I know. Like, don't get me wrong, at least these dungeons in U10 are freaking efficient as heck, and at least they're very, very constant. Like, there's a lot more dungeons in here, but it does get stagnant, dude. It gets so old so quickly. Defeat a U10 Leviathan, and that brings you to U11 instead. I don't know about that. Maybe you could like craft the portal with like some resources or something, but the problem is that as soon as it starts getting stuff like that where it's got like requirements, then it just becomes inefficient, you know? It would have to have like C4 gear, and maybe that would be enough, honestly, to get people involved with it. But I think, like, if they had, I mean, frankly speaking, let's be honest here. If the delves had better drop rates, then I don't think people would hate it as much. Because everybody, like, unanimously, no one on this earth likes the Delves. They're the most boring, disgusting end game of any video game anyone has ever played. And that's just a fact. Like, this is just true. If you disagree, you're just factually wrong. Problem is that... I'm sorry, I'm joking. I'm just hamming it up. The problem is that why would you ever want to be in that area? Oh, okay, so that I can end up getting Crystal 4 gear, except you don't get Crystal 4 gear because the drop rates are atrociously bad. So if the drop rates were increased, then sure. Or better yet, make it so that it can be a guarantee. You see what I'm saying? Make it so that you go into the Delves, and for every third floor, you end up getting a fragment. And then you can use this item to upgrade your Crystal 3 gear into Crystal 4. And then you still gotta level it up and stuff. But at least it means that if you're unlucky and you never get it as a drop, at least you could forge it. I think that would be a nice change, because then it would feel like I'm not wasting my time. Because that's what the Delves are. They're currently just an absolute waste of time. Especially because it's like Crystal 4 gear isn't that much stronger. Like, that's the biggest thing that gets me about it, is it's like, oh, okay. I mean, you get more power rank out of it, sure, and it looks cooler because you have a higher number value tied to your character. But it's like, is it, like, required? No. Yee. I keep forgetting I don't need to glide. I can just use my number 1. But I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to ramble about too many things that they could change and whatever else, just because, like, generally it's just that the Delves are bad. They need to be, like, they need to be less obvious with the fact that they're wasting your time. Because, I mean, it's a video game. Technically, it is always a waste of time. But at least when I'm grinding all of these dungeons and stuff, I don't know, I'm having fun. The liquids in my brain are secreting. You know, I feel like I'm progressing because I'm completing one dungeon after another. Delves, it's just a waste of time, because not only do you have the most horrible drop rates known to man for C4 gear, even when you're just doing Delves, I can do like 5 dungeons in like a minute or something in U10, and I'll end up getting like generally like crystal gear out of it, even if it's garbage. And then I'll end up doing 1 Delve floor in 5 minutes. And then I get like a bunch of legendaries as drops. Not even like stellars. And that's the thing, is Delves needs incentive. That, I feel, is the biggest thing that they're missing right now. Like, oh cool, you can get a bunch of exclusive mounts from bosses that you can't generate as many times as you want because it's random. Or you can spend credits to end up buying Delves portals. Which is a practical joke of an update, by the way. Like, who thought that was going to sell? Is there actually someone, like, I want to know, and I don't mean, like, this is gonna sound mean, but I think you can all agree with me. Like, has anyone been stupid enough to spend credits to buy a Delve portal? Like, I'm sorry, but seriously. There's so many other things that you could end up buying instead of the Delve portals, dude. And then even with the Delves portals that you can buy with credits, they don't guarantee you the new boss, which is kind of defeats the entire purpose in general. But you also don't get guaranteed good drops out of it. Like, if they had premium portals where you had to spend credits on them, but they would have like way better drop rates or something, then I could understand, okay, that's a scumbag move, but at least it's like there as an option and incentive. But mods should be viable on console. That's not how the world works, man. That wouldn't work. You can't, the thing is with mods, they can't, they can't mod them, like monitor them, you know? Admin control. That's the biggest problem. Like, there could be stuff that ends up breaking the game. Like, there's some mods on PC, for example, that will put like extra VFX and whatever else that just doesn't work. I don't know why they don't end up doing something like Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim, actually, the special edition, actually has mods on console. And I was very surprised by that. But the way that they do it is they basically have to be something that the devs have looked at and approved, and then it just goes onto the system. But even then, there's like warnings, like, oh, don't do this, be careful. I mean, for Christ's sake, dude, the new version of Skyrim for like that they're re-releasing for PS5 and new Xbox, because nobody knows what the new Xbox is called, literally just adds like a bunch of the most high-rated mods, and acts like they're giving you some type of a product for free when mods are free. But yeah. I mean, the point is that, yes, I wish that you guys on console did have mods, because some of these are just absolutely game-changing. Most of all the visual mods, like, those are my favorite. But, or Boss Finder mod, you know, and whatever else. Can't wait for the new Skyrim. Yeah, me too, dude. Shh, don't tell him. Oh, did you guys see as well, so I kind of already knew this was coming because Rockstar kind of talked about it, but they finally actually confirmed that they're doing remasters for GTA 3, GTA Liberty City, and GTA San Andreas. I don't know how far they're gonna go with those remasters. Hopefully it's just the same old jank-ass game, but with like new graphics on top of it. But I mean, it would be a dream if they work with mods, because Zombie mod San Andreas, multiplayer mod. Either way, I'm kind of excited about that, just because I love those GTA games. I grew up with those. Are you gonna do something for 200k? I know I should, but it hasn't happened for so long that I probably am not going to. Like, maybe I'll just do like a heart-to-heart like thank you video or something. But to be honest, dude, I kind of like unsubscribed from the idea of chasing numbers. You know, that was something that I stopped doing. Like, I think I started, like, last year is when I kind of stopped with it. And then at the start of you know, my New Year's resolution was kind of just letting go of all of that stuff and just kind of enjoying the ride. Because as far as I'm concerned, like, subs and views never end up matching. Like, lots of people are like, how come you have so many subs and you don't have any views? Or how come nobody's watching these things? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, it's not under my control. Like, it's just random. I do not check the YouTube algorithm. It either works or it doesn't. Frankly speaking, like, if I'm being perfectly honest here, I feel like what I've got with you guys is just as good as some of those other YouTubers that are at the top, if not better, because I'm like not a toxic like asshole. But I mean, that's the thing, is I'm just doing these videos and just chilling with you guys, okay? And never mind the rest, never mind the politics of it, never mind the sub count, never mind any of that stuff. It's like, if I worried about the numbers, it just gets stressful, because the way that YouTube is set up, it's set up in such a way where you're always chasing those numbers, because it literally means more paycheck. But even with that, it's like, bruh, I don't want to be chasing money. I want to be happy. I've watched enough Hollywood movies to know that money is not the most important thing in the world. Just like my sub count is not the most important thing in the world. You want to know what's the most important thing in the world to me? My fiance, my dogs, and you guys that are actually watching. That's the most important thing. Family. And you are part of it. God damn it. Anyways. Sorry, I know I got a little cheesy there, but sincerely, like, I'm not concerned about getting to 200k. Like, I really don't care. If it happens, okay, cool, but it's like, If it doesn't, then who gives a shit? Because the thing, too, is it's like, especially with how YouTube works, like, it's, you know, they end up, like, getting rid of like, what always happens, I actually hit 200k like I think 2 or 3 times, and then YouTube cleared out like old accounts, and then I lose a considerable amount of people that are subbed. But it's like, that's the thing, is I would rather have lower subscribers with more views than have more subscribers with less views, if that makes sense. I don't know, who cares? I don't need to get into it. Yeah, I do have a fiance, man. I had I guess I didn't really officially talk about it in a video or anything. I kind of just like played it on the side, I guess. I had like a YouTube short about it, and then otherwise I just did a Munchback video with Mariko, and it was like, yeah, she's my fiance. But I didn't end up like hamming it up and doing like a video that was talking about it. Just, I don't know. It's like, it's my personal life. It doesn't really like, it's not something I feel like I should be advertising, I guess. But that said, I'm like open to talking about it. I don't know. I guess if I was, you know, just trying to get as many views as possible, I would have been like, I'm getting married. I think it's going to matter more when, like, we're actually, like, getting married. But as of right now, it's not to say that it doesn't matter. Anyways, I don't know how else to explain it. Who cares? Did we finally get... Oh, guys, we got a Crystal 2 spear. Oh, my God. I want a Crystal 3 spear. Please. Please give me one. Let's go see if we actually got anything. Whee! Can we please finally fix it so that the portal doesn't go all the way up there? Oh, my God. Not even a single C3. Let alone a spear. This is going to take a long time. And then watch if Joe ended up coming back to Trove. He would do like one stream or something and suddenly be like, I got a C3 spear. Oh, I did one delve and I got a C4 spear. Because that's that Joe luck. I think it's just my Trove luck. No matter what, I'm always cursed to take the longest time possible to end up getting the simplest things. Not that a C3 spear is like not an achievement, but you know what I mean. Ah! Could have grappled my way up, but who cares? But yeah, I really like the Lunar Lancer rework. He's a lot of fun. He's really fast, as you can see. And we don't really gotta worry that much about destroying, like... Okay, so my first initial attack seems to be what does a lot more damage than versus the other ability. So that's kind of interesting. The follow-up, I should say. Oh, that was 94 mil, actually. Hot damn, dude. 34 mil. Oh, and then back to our normal attacks. Huh. So we can do close to max damage with my ult basic attacks. So never mind what I said about it being weak. Apparently not. Oh no, my grapple didn't work. Oh, that's kind of nice. So it seems if the grapple doesn't work now, it doesn't change our cooldown speed. Is that true? Let me see. Yeah, look at that. That was different from the test server, as far as I recall. It seems to still be really jank, but basically, yeah, if you end up missing your grapple, it just gives you your cooldown instantly. So that's nice. The only C3 thing I have is a bow, just waiting for the Shadowhunter rework. You and me both, brother. You and me both. I've been waiting for years. Please, God, like... The thing is, what they need to do with the Shadowhunter kind of sucks, because they need to make it faster and more efficient, both in one, and I don't know if they will, because... what the heck? We are literally in no man's land, guys. Look at this. What has happened to my video game? That is not even a chunk error either. That's just the edge of the world, and it just generated like that for whatever reason. What the? I killed something through the floor. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what class they're gonna be working on next. Hopefully it's Shadowhunter, but I doubt it. Shadowhunter or Boomeranger. Like, while I would appreciate a Boomeranger rework, I would prefer a Shadowhunter one. Obviously. Just because, you know. Okay, let me see how this works. Do I stop dead in my tracks when I press my number 1? Yes, you do. Alright. So you can do some really clutch, funny stuff. Can I fly while I'm in this form? Yes, I can, actually. Alright, guys. Watch this. Aww. It really shouldn't run out until you end up hitting the ground and then the ability ends. Aw, man. We're gonna try and do that again. That seems like it could be really fun. Okay. Whee! That could be a lot of fun, actually. I didn't know that the ability stops you dead in your tracks. That's kind of like one of the Genshin abilities, so that's pretty cool. Maybe that's why I kind of like Lancer, because it really reminds me of like Xiao or Kazuha in Genshin right now, where it kind of is all about like jumping into the air and then slamming back down for big boy damage, you know? Obviously it's different because we're talking about Trove here, but still. Yeah. Oh, there's a 5-star over there. Oh, it's the most disgusting 5-star in the game. Nope. Nope. I'm out. I'm not going there. What the heck? Hello? Apparently there is a portal right here. It's just invisible. What is going on with this video game? Hello? Also, I like how the moons around our character are not actually representative of how much energy I have towards our ult. Like, we are more than halfway. Thank you. Thank you, game. Thank you very much. Oh man, that 5-star is like at the edge of the world. This is gonna be interesting. No! We got this. Switching from Neo Ninja to Lancer. Yeah, man. I personally, like, Neo Ninja is efficient as heck, but I just don't personally enjoy the gameplay of Neo Ninja. See, apparently we're full energy, even though the moons around us say that we aren't, oddly enough. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to keep up with the comments at the same time. Yeah, Shadowhunter needs to do more damage. The other abilities need to have a rework just because they are absolutely useless. I also thank you guys so much for the supportive comments. I do really appreciate them. I'm sorry I don't acknowledge them all the time. It's just because sometimes I don't catch them. Because I'm doing speed gaming things. Like, look at this. Look at my children. See, these are you guys right here. You're my buddies. You're my bros. See, we fist bumped. Except my character has a spork. Also, somebody asked, the costume is the Spire's Dragoon. Which I think... Is this the costume you craft at the Geo crafting table? Like, here in the Geo Sanctuary, I think? Could be wrong. It's been a while since I had this costume, obviously. Okay, let's get up in the air so that we can end up using our Ultimate of Destiny. This is what I call the Rising Star move, okay? This is gonna be epic. Get out of here, you. Get out. Get out of here. Cramping my style. Alright, let's see. Where is a target? We gotta find someone. I can't seem to see any enemies, dude. Is it because I'm too high up? Oh yeah, there's some. Target located. Let's use our ult and... You kidding me? Are you kidding me? He spins for a limited amount of time? Come on. I just want to slam down from the heavens. Ah. Lame. Lame. It should do more damage from, like, depending on how much higher you are in the air. I get it. I understand why they do that. We're talking about Trove here. Trove is a pretty jank game. And if they didn't have it cut off like that, you would get stuck in the animation. So I understand why they did it. I just am a little bit disappointed in it. Oh, well. That means there's a certain height cap to it, which means that you could still end up doing some funny, impressive thing, but... Oh, good lord, what is happening in my game? I like how Trove, I don't know if you guys have noticed on... maybe it's on console as well, but on PC in particular, I've noticed that Trove is running way worse. Or, not that it's running worse, it's like taking a lot more out of my computer. Like, I don't know what they've done. Frankly speaking, it's probably time for me to reinstall Trove, because you kind of just got to reinstall it every once in a while, because otherwise it kind of just keeps caching files over and over and over again. So that's probably why I'm having such performance hits, because I'll literally like go into the game and then it's like it starts really chugging my GPU like it's doing right now, clearly, and then just crashes for no reason. I mean, Trove crashing is nothing new, but what I've been dealing with lately is very, very odd. So it probably just needs a reinstall. I mean, it doesn't help that Windows just keeps updating for whatever god-awful reason. Don't get Windows 11. Windows 11 sucks. Sorry. Is that a mod that lets you loot all drops? No, you can actually just hold the pickup button and it'll pick up all items around you. You can actually go into your settings and change it so that it picks up only a certain type of rarity. So I have it so that I'm only picking up shadow drops and up. But yeah, that's actually been in the game for a very long time. Just for whatever reason, it doesn't advertise it, so nobody knows about it. We'll call the stream soon. I'll answer a couple more of your guys' questions after we do this 5-star. And then otherwise, we pretty much have to call it. Even though I enjoy chilling with you guys, I do got to get around to the new Genshin Island. So I'll probably set up and stream that like right after. And probably make myself another espresso. Please help. You guys, in a way, you guys are enabling me, because I was able to finally buy an espresso machine. I mean, not that it was like super expensive or anything, but oh boy, I'm going through an espresso bag once every 2 weeks. Send help. So yeah, I'm spending more money on espresso now that we've got the machine. Less overall for the espresso itself, but more because we're buying the bag more often. Have you seen the new dungeons? Yeah, we saw a bunch of them just now, actually. Maybe not necessarily seeing all of them, but... Boop. Alright, out of all of that, come on. Come on. Come on. Seriously, we didn't get a single... Oh my god. Not even a single Crystal 3 out of all that, let alone it actually being like the spear. Like, oh my lord. Surely, like, seriously? Did we just get that unlucky? Whoops. No. I know. Open these because I don't keep them in storage. So what's the point? You know what? I want to see. I'm very curious. Let's start scrolling through. Actually, you know what? Here will be the real test. So here is a Crystal 3 hat. And yeah, it doesn't automatically loot collect, just like I thought. So we didn't end up actually getting any crystal. That's kind of weird. Okay. How do you grind past 30k PR? Play the game for a very, very long time, because you gotta have all the dragons and you gotta have high mastery. Speaking of which, got these stupid Radiant Sovereigns, and now look how long it takes me to level up. I need 361 mastery, which means I need either, how many mounts would that be? Mounts usually give 50 each, so 2, 4, 6, 7? Would that be 7 mounts? Either way, yikes, man. And then all we get after this is the Keepsake Almanac, which, I mean, I don't even know what that gives me. Keepsake. What does this actually give us? Produces 3 pressure-locked heirloom cases. Is this once a week? Yeah, it's a legendary tome. I can get that in 2 seconds if I... Why? That's not worth it at all. Yeah, you're gonna be hard stuck at 29k for a while, bud. Unfortunately, you either gotta, unless you got full Crystal 3, a Stellar Ring, like, yeah, it takes a while because you end up slowly getting power rank out of your mastery is the thing, because it generally gives you more stats. Like you can see, it's 1 power rank per level. That's also why my magic find is pretty high up as well. What do you think about the delves with the new Lunar Lancer? I mean, it works, but why would you use him over another character? That's the real bottom line. Like, you're still gonna have your best bet being Tomb Razor, Ice Sage, stuff like that, right? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, dragons are gonna be the biggest thing. They give a lot of PR by getting them all. The mods that I have on, I pretty much have a video that's pretty up to date talking about all the mods that I use, save from maybe 3 mods, one of them being the mini map, as you can see. Whoops, you know what else I gotta do too? I've noticed that for some reason people in the club aren't. Oh, okay, so they're summoning the NPCs, but nobody's been collecting our cubits. I gotta remember to do that. I don't know why. Maybe they don't have the permission to do it. Oh, right, because if you can collect cubits, it means that you can spend it. Yikes. We gotta actually put down the vault again, because there was I don't remember what it did, but remember there was an update where people that weren't in the club could donate cubits. I don't know who the heck would end up doing, or clubits, sorry. I don't know who would want to do that in the first place. Nobody nowadays ends up grinding the club adventures. But the only way that it took effect is when you end up re-putting the vault down, but I just don't want to do it. I've been too lazy to, even though I should really change around like the way that all of this is set up. This should actually be a little to the left and whatever else. Man, it is a beautiful club world though, if I do say so myself. It kind of hurts my eyes just because Trove is like so gosh darn bright, but I really like our area and how it's all set up and everything. I just wish that we could have NPCs or like set up our own quests and stuff, dude. I still think, you know what, I still to this day, I think that Trove should make defined worlds where they're like handmade worlds rather than being random, because I think that they could have such cooler things like join world Varos, right? This is still to this day, this guy was one of my favorite builders. He's moved on from Trove a long time ago. But I want to show you guys just some of this stuff just because it looks really cool. Also, later, Saris. Have a good one, man. No idea, just Rick. No idea when this is coming to console, okay? But see, look at this. Could you imagine if this was the world? And we were like going around here, like, you know, grinding quests. And it's like, oh, down there's a bunch of bumblebees. You got to go and kill them over and over again. Like, if they had a more traditional, like, defined MMO world. Which is probably the reason I'm so addicted amongst everybody else to New World, because that game delivers that, where you go and it's a designated hunting area and there's quests that you can keep getting as repeatables all over and stuff like that. But this guy's world just always made me think of adventure, and it always, you know, you're always looking everywhere. Like, it's like, oh, what's this? What's that? What's going on here? What's going on here? And I just really wish that Trove would do that, because Trove just has like such potential. I mean, it's a voxel game, dude. Like, come on, it could have such cool builds and stuff. Yeah. Come play New World. You got boars to farm. Be quiet, Sly. I know, I do. I am gonna play New World today, and I do gotta catch up on my main quest, because Val is at like level 37. I'm still at level 32, so I gotta catch up. But we're gonna call it here for Trove, guys. I love you so much. Thanks for coming out. I am gonna set up and swap over to Genshin Impact, because we've got the new island to explore. So those of you that want to come out to that, I would highly appreciate it. It's a foggy island that literally is ripping off Lost Woods from Breath of the Wild. But what isn't ripping off Breath of the Wild? Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.